how do I feel about the pain I went through, right? I don't regret anything, man. I needed to go through what I'm going through and what I'm keep going through. Even right now, this conversation, bro, I'm still battling my mind, brother. I'm still going through the same shit every day. I'm still fighting this conversation is hard for me because it's like I'm doing two things. I'm talking to you and I'm fighting my mind at the same time. Yeah, man, my name is Blessed With It. I'm an artist, producer. I'm also a mental health advocate. I'm into fitness, stuff like that. And I mean, I just enjoy connecting with people. I mean, I connected with Zazzy, and we're here right now.
We have been trying to meet up, like do this kind of thing for a long time, and we have been postponing it. Probably you're busy, I'm busy, you know, just trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
And here we are today. So thank God for life. And
for sure.
so for people watching that don't really know you, can you just tell them who you really are apart from the music aspect or what they see online?
Yeah, I'm from Haiti, man. I'm Haitian. I take pride in that, you know, where I'm from a strong people, you know, and yeah, we fought and we're still fighting till this day. You know how things are back home. I grew up there and I moved to Canada when I was 14. From there, man, my dad's a pastor, so I'm a PK. So PK stands for pastor's kid. Yeah, bro. So I grew up in the church. I started playing music at a young age. I started playing drums and then eventually the guitar. And I eventually started producing music. And over the years, I kind of like veered from that. You know, I was playing football in high school and like after high school, getting into drugs and like not crazy drugs, but like smoking weed, you know, partying, drinking, you know, kind of veered from that. But then we found ourselves back, man. And I felt like integrity and kindness and love, being loving and patient with other people and with yourself, and being compassionate. It's a big part of the human experience, you know.
Are you saying you were making music and you were also playing football, or you started making music when you stopped playing football?
When I was in Haiti, I wanted to be a drummer, like a church drummer. So my parents put me in like music school for like a month. But then unrest happened. We had to move, get out of the country. So when we moved to Florida, I started playing drums by myself, teaching myself how to play drums. Nobody taught me how to play drums, and from there we moved here. And in high school, I joined a band where I was a drummer, but then I started dabbling with the guitar. I have some issues that we will get into later. My football career ended because of the issues I was going through. And when I came back home, I was like, okay, like what am I doing now? I can't play football, but I always had music.
Okay. Why, sorry to cut you.
Okay.
So why did you think you can play football anymore?
Basically, like I said before, I started using cannabis. Cannabis is marijuana.
Right.
So one night I was smoking weed with my friend, and something happened to me. I can't explain it, but I just started acting weird, and from there it started derail. I ended up in hospital. Eventually, they diagnosed me with a mental health issue. They told me that the weed triggered it, so that's what happened.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
No problem.
That's tough.
Yeah, and from there, when I got out of the hospital, I couldn't play football anymore because, like, not because I couldn't, but because I didn't have the mindset. I also gained 120 pounds because when I went in the hospital, I was 195, and when I got out, I was like 310.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's tough. I can't imagine. It's tough. So, seeing yourself like someone that loves playing football and that have a big dream with the football, and your life just turned around all of a sudden during your down moment, what kept you going?
It's funny because there's always key people in my life that help me. At the same time that I was going through my mental health stuff, I had a girl in my life. She was there for me, you know? Like, she brought me books called Relentless. I remember I read that book in the hospital, and that gave me motivation. When I was at the hospital, I did lose hope, to be honest. But because she was coming to see me, that just gave me a little bit of peace where I'm like, okay, I'll see her next week. Maybe things can get better.
She's like your inspiration. That's great, because even me, when I was in pain, we all have pain, but I don't want to go into mine now. So even when I was going through some stuff in life, there are people that really, really care about you. They know this is just like a test.
Yeah.
They know you're stronger than this.
Yeah.
So they stay in your life because they believe in you.
Yeah.
So can you dive deep into when the changes started, when you know, okay, this battle is mine alone? When did you realize that it's time to fight now?
I mean, I always been fighting, but the wrong way. A way of fighting was making music. So you bring me peace of mind and give me something to do, you know? It's the yin and the yang, right? As you're doing good, you're also doing bad.
Right.
As I was using the music in a way to help me, like mentally, but I was also using it in a way to cope with reality. Instead of working on myself, I was working on music.
You're escaping.
Escaping.
Right.
Yes, that's what I actually wanted to say. Thank you so much for that. Last year is when I actually started working on myself. Instead of working on music or working on fitness or working on relationships or working on different things that are in my life, those things are part of your life, they're not you.
That's deep.
We do music. Let's say me and you do music, right? The way I think about it, music is just a tool that we use. We can use it for good or bad.
For sure.
And we could use it to heal ourselves, or we can use it to cope.
And going back to, let's say, when you're at your lowest point, so I want to compare. So comparing to your old self and your new self, how can you compare? Like, what is the difference apart from the body? Have you changed mentally? Have you changed in music aspect? Did you still have the passion to play football? Did you still have the... Are you still having a passion to do music, but doing the music not to cope, but doing it for the sake of, okay, this is what I want to do? Because music can serve as a drug.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Drugs that people use, street drugs, can serve as a good thing if it's used right. You know, food can serve as a good thing if it's used right. So music the same way can serve as a good thing if it's used right. So are you still using your music to cope, or you're using your music to pass your message out there and to be a better version of yourself still?
My mindset changed, my perspective, because I feel like a lot of things are about perspective. I stopped viewing things as how they should be and what the reality of it is. I didn't find myself. I didn't know myself, you know? I didn't know what I wanted to say. I just wanted to sound like everybody else. Because people do music, I hear in the radio, I hear in the Spotify. I'm just gonna make music too. And that's what most artists do, right? They hear music, they wanna do it. But what I encourage is finding yourself. Like, but it's a journey. Like, as you're doing the music, that's when you're gonna find yourself, as you're doing it, right? Yeah, a big thing that changed is my mindset, where before I got sick, I was a strong dude, mentally, physically. And I feel like I'm going back to that mindset. I'm not there yet, but I want to get there and pass it. I trained for 3 months and I would quit every time. 3 months, I never went past 3 months. And right now I'm at like month 15 of like straight training. Sometimes twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day.
That's tough.
You know? And I feel like I'm going back to that mindset where when I was a football player, when I was, wanted to go to Carleton University to play football and go to school and study criminology and eventually join the military. That's what I wanted to do. The reason why I wanted to join the military, it's a funny story, is because, not a funny story, but I felt like it was honorable. I felt because Canada accepted my family as a refugee, I needed to give back to the community. It's something I'm seeing now in my music where I'm still on that same path. Even though my path got derailed to different avenues, I'm still on that path of providing value to the community. And that's why my music changed too. Instead of destroying my people, which is, immigrants or people of color or people that are minorities. Like, I grew up in the hood, and when I came to Canada. So instead of like pushing that narrative where I'm bringing more pain, more suffering. For example, I make a song about weed. I know I suffer with mental health. And a kid in the hood that's going to be listening to that song is going to be maybe in the same path as me that I was before. And because of that song, they're going to be using marijuana. And they're going to end up in the same path that I ended up with, which is in hospital, jail. And like, I was thinking like, I can use my music in a positive, motivational way. We can do better. As human being, as a human race, we can do better.
So you using your music, your style, to create awareness and make people, the younger people, it's like you creating a big brother for the younger people, the big brother that you needed when you were in that position of your downtime. So you being the big brother to people that might be in that position today and they need someone to talk to. So your music, your lifestyle, the gym and everything is just like you advising and passing message to people like, yo, don't do this. If you do this, this will happen.
The thing I'm trying to really talk about is like, I've done the struggle. Like, I'm still struggling now, but not in the same way, differently. Because we're still gonna struggle in life. But the way I was struggling for 12 years was like not doing the work, not the right work. You're not doing it. I wasn't doing it. For example, right? I got out of hospital. Maybe my mindset I wasn't mature yet. I didn't realize it. I didn't face reality yet. Like, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying
You're
to say.
running from your reality. You're running away from yourself.
So what I'm trying to tell people is like, let's say you deal with mental health, you go to the hospital. Yes, okay, you get better. You start thinking clearly. As soon as you have mental clarity, you need to start working. The first thing is setting up a routine, which is you have to have movement.
Yeah, something just came into my mind, which is you can't stop an habit and leave the space empty. So you're saying, let's say you're dealing with mental health, you're smoking weed, you're doing drugs, you're drinking, and you want to quit. Let's say you quit all those things. You can't just quit and just be there. No. You have to replace it with something, which is what you're doing. You're replacing the old habit with a better habit, like the habit that you know is the real job.
Okay, so I like what you said. Yes, but I was 350 pounds, right? What I ought to do is lose weight and be healthy, and I was diabetic, but I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing what I needed to do. I was doing everything else but that.
You're doing something that feels good.
But it doesn't feel good at the same time. We think it feels good, but it does not. Because at the end of the day, your belly is this big. You're on medication for diabetes. You're taking insulin. Like, you're walking down the street, people are looking at you. You don't like yourself. Like, people don't respect you as much. Like, for example, when you step in a room and your body's right. So like, people turn heads. Oh, I respect this guy, even if they don't say it. Like, just the aura. of yourself, or like, okay, you're in shape, you know? Like you step in the room, people will be like, okay, this guy probably works hard. But if you come in the room and you're like 350 pounds, but even if you're craziest producer in the world, craziest artist, I see artists online like that, you know? Like, yeah, they might have money or something, but like, you can tell that person there's an issue.
I'm on a different type of mode, yeah, I'm tryna get paid. I came from the trenches, nigga, I came from a long way. Had to do it by myself, I'm the grind like every day. Different ways to get a bag, I'ma get it anyway. If you ain't about to play, I don't even care. Get this shit jumping, how my tracks playing everywhere. In the club, we getting lit, put your drinks in the air. I know where I'm come from, where I'm going, yeah, my vision clear.
Moving back to the previous conversation that we having. My name is Zazie, and I have my brother here. Blessed with it. And we have been having a conversation, and we took a break actually. So back to the conversation. Blessed with it, he has talked about his growth, his pain, the way he elevate, the way he changed from pain to gain. We still have stuff that we go through in life, but we don't want to use that like an excuse. Because if I use my pain as an excuse, if you use your pain as an excuse, then who is going to do the work? Right? So I believe pain, as we see pain, should be a tool for us to grow.
Yes.
Should be a tool for us to keep going. Yes. A reason, because we all have we all need a reason. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing this? Why are you going to the gym? Why are you making music? You know, you're doing this because you don't like the lower self that you wear. You don't like the older old self that you wear. You just know it's time to grow now. It's time to elevate. So for you to elevate, you have to put in the works, right? So you putting in the works and you seeing the result and you put in more works. For sure, you don't need to wait or expect for the good result, because you know the good result is coming already.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I always post on my story.
Yeah.
It's about timing.
Yeah.
That's it.
So right now, if you have the chance, let's say, I know you might say, okay, you don't want to go back to your old self, but seeing yourself grow from where you were up to now, what do you have in mind to say about the experience? Do you think without the pain that you went through, you won't be here right now? You wouldn't be like tell us the benefit, the positive part about the pain.
I mean, there's nothing positive about the pain, right?
Yeah.
But we must carry on. Whenever I'm going through something now, it's like I'm thinking, what's the lesson in it? I don't look at the suffering itself. I'm just trying to search for the lessons in it. Back, just that my perspective from last year, even just last year, from this year, this is my perspective now. Where is the lesson? For example, if you're going through something, right? I'll tell you something positive. I'm gonna tell you something that really hurt me, and I said, I'm never gonna go through that feeling again, you know. So maybe 2024, sorry, I was dating this girl, you know, and I was still doing my music. I just came back from Toronto, and I had like $1,000 to my name, and I bought a computer just to do music. We're dating. I started seeing her, this and that, you know, and then obviously I was overweight, like going through mental illness and all those things, and I wasn't the best version of myself, you know, and you know, everything was going good, but out of nowhere she just disappeared. She told me, and then eventually I'm texting her, she's not answering, you know. And then she texted me. I think I saved the text, but I'm not sure. I needed to save that text because I knew where I was gonna be going in life, you know. I'm not there yet, but I know where I'm going, you know? So I wanted to save that text just to remind me, you know? She said something like, you're great and everything, but we're not on the same level. Like, when I saw that, bro, I was like, damn, bro. And that's, you know, and
That's when the light spark.
no, not really. Didn't spark there. Eventually, last year, I had to get another one like that for like to spark, you know? But that was the beginning of it, you know? That's when I started like making more beats and, you know, going harder to the studio. And this was the training ground. And as you said, how do I feel about the pain I went through, right? I don't regret anything, man. I needed to go through what I'm going through and what I'm keep going through. Even right now in this conversation, bro, I'm still battling my mind, brother. I'm still going through the same shit every day. I'm still fighting this conversation is hard for me because it's like I'm doing two things. I'm talking to you and I'm fighting my mind at the same time.
So, for you to mention that you're still fighting your demon, you're still fighting your older self, because there's no way the older self is still there. Same way as the child, our inner child is still there. But we just have to pick the one that we want right now, the one that is beneficiary for us, the one that we know this is what I want, the character that we want.
And I'm gonna say two things. One thing I posted this week was what you do today echoes into tomorrow. And the second thing I wanted to say is I've literally written down my alter ego. Who Blessed With It is. It's my alter ego, right? It's like a better version of myself, what I'm trying to be. If Blessed With It, I've wrote down in the paper, goes to the gym 6 days a week. Carl, which is my government name, which is myself, have to go to the gym to be blessed with it for 6 days a week. If I miss, then I'm not blessed with it anymore.
Give niggas a head start now, round them, I'm running laps. Focus on myself, I'm trying to grind my way to the top. I got couple options and keys to rap flop. Invest in some bulls, so the business, I just